Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time, thanks for jumping on board. Our audio excursion this weekend took us to the Houston, Texas area. Why? Well, it was a very special event, a birthday bash of a couple of gents that we met through the vinyl community. And it was a very special event. And I'm going to share it with you next, here on our Safe and Sound Texas audio excursion. Without a doubt, beyond the music itself, the best thing about having this channel and being part of the vinyl community is making new friends. And I've made so many. My friend Vinyl Rush Brad has joined me on several shootouts. He's traveled with me extensively. One of the places we've traveled to quite often is the Houston, Texas area. Why did we do that? Well, happened to meet up with a couple of gents through my channel and through Facebook, where I had done a video on the UHQR of Sgt. Pepper's. And a gentleman reached out to me that had one of those and quite a few other things in his collection, and was looking to maybe be able to sell some of that to some people who really wanted to curate it, not just flipping it and selling it to someone who might turn around and just resell it, but someone who really would care for it and care about it. And myself and Brad, being big Beatle fans, we certainly had a few things on our want list. And as a matter of fact, Brad had that very Sgt. Pepper's UHQR on his want list. So we arranged a trip down to the Houston area and met up with them at their home, and they were so gracious to us and spent many hours sifting through their collection and buying quite a few things. I even picked up a few things for a few friends of mine, like Novice Nick, who was looking for a certain Yellow Submarine pressing. So this is where the community part of Vinyl Community really comes into play. We subsequently went down there again to get a few more things and kept in touch with these gents. Well, a few months back, they let us know that they were going to have a 70th birthday party. Now, these gents are twins, and they're just great human beings, great lovers of music and art, and just so gracious. And it has been a pleasure to get to know them. And so this birthday bash was scheduled for this past weekend, and we got our schedules cleared and headed down there. And it was a special event because obviously 70th birthday, but they also were having a band for 3 hours play Beatles and 60s music. And the band was called the Fab Five. And so they were awesome. I mean, they played songs that I've never heard people try to cover. Pinball Wizard, Nights in White Satin, Inagata Davida, as well as a whole plethora, of course, of Beatle tunes, but Stone songs, so it was very, very well mixed, and it was all very precise. And that fifth Beatle is on keyboards and really added a bigger dimension, of course, to Beatles only type music if you have a four up there with just guitars. And it was a fabulous night, met some fabulous people, really a great time, and just a lot of love in the room. And I think that's really what music tends to do, is bring people together. And so as the night went on and I talked to Don and Ron a bit about the band, I thought to myself, well, gee, I wonder if, after the gig, I know they're going to play 3 hours, but would they be open to just a little hello, how are you, get to know them a bit, a little interview for the channel. And they graciously agreed to do that. And so I want to bring this band to your attention because of the quality of what they do and also the longevity that they've had. So here we go. Here's an interview with the Fab Five. Well, we're here in the Houston area in Pearland, and we just experienced a great concert for 3 hours with the Fab Five.net. And these guys are awesome, and they did a concert that mixed a lot of Beatles tunes with a lot of other things. So guys, why don't you introduce yourselves here?
Hello, I'm Rod.
Rod?
Danny.
Danny?
Joe.
Joe?
I'm also Rod.
Two Robs.
No,
Two Robs.
he's Chuck.
Chuck.
Some people call him Alice.
I'm Paul, but they call me Alice too.
Okay.
Sounds like a white rabbit.
Exactly.
Don't ask me small.
So how long have you guys been together?
Woo! Well, we started about 7 o'clock.
Okay, just not today, as a group. As a group, how long have you been playing together?
33 years.
1990. I think.
Yeah.
Really?
First time, yeah.
That is amazing.
Before the word tribute band was really a thing.
Really?
You know, Rod can tell you because Rod has been in it since day one. Chuck joined this because there's people that have retired and so
Sure,
forth.
sure.
This incarnation has been together since 2018.
Okay.
When Danny joined the group.
Okay.
And so that's how long this outfit
But I
has been
mean,
together.
Rod's been in it since day one. Chuck since
I've been here for 24 years.
what year did he join?
90 was it? Till 91.
To 2000.
Yeah, 2000.
Oh, yeah, 2000.
So I let that get off.
Yes. I joined in 2003 February on his birthday, and then next was Paul.
2011.
We joined
It's going
2011, 13 years.
Yeah, 21.
And then Danny.
February of 2018.
Yeah.
2018.
So it's 6 years this outfit, this
Yeah.
With these
configuration's been
members,
together, 6
Gosh.
years.
So since you started it, is the...
Well, I didn't start it, but I was I'm one of the original
Okay.
members, but I wasn't one of the
Founding members, okay. So it's gone over time. Was it always all Beatles at first and then it grew, or?
No, it was
Good
60s.
question.
60s.
60s rock and roll.
Tell them about your tights.
No,
That
but
came
that's a
later.
good question. You know, because as you said when you started, you were shying away from Beatles. You were.
Well, we did Beatles, but we were a sound alike, but we didn't
Okay.
have the people in place, a John character or Paul,
Gotcha.
well, I was back there bobbing my head like Ringo,
Yeah.
but we didn't have the instruments in place with the voices.
Right.
We sounded a little bit like the Beatles, but we did all the other stuff, all the British and American rock and roll of the 1960s.
No wigs,
That
no
was what we
costume.
know. Yeah, that didn't happen
Yeah.
initially. The wigs came about a little bit later. It was just on a whim. Thought it would be kind of fun. You know, who doesn't like a costume party?
Absolutely, absolutely.
And then it stuck, and we couldn't get them off.
Well, it was
You need rings
amazing.
and super glue.
Yeah, well, that'll get you every time. The thing I found amazing was the mix of songs you did. I mean, I've never heard anybody try Nights in White Satin and pulled it off. It was really good. Now, the interesting part to me is you got the fifth Beatle here,
Yeah.
Fab Five.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy. But the keyboard thing adds so much
Yeah.
to what you can play,
Right.
what you can do. Inagata Vita done, I mean, live, I mean, gosh, just
But
some
you know,
rare stuff.
tonight you witnessed a '60s show. I'm ambidextrous,
There's
so
over
tonight.
5 shows.
Yeah, I'm ambidextrous. So I play right-handed tonight, but we do a Beatles show, and I have several left-handed Hofner basses, and we do the whole thing. We have all the Beatle guitars, all the Beatles suits, and we'll do, you know, black suit kind of thing, and then we'll do Sgt. Pepper set, and then we'll do the later Beatles in full costume, and we do the whole shebang, the whole
Right.
thing.
So how far do you guys go out from the Texas, South Texas, North Texas area?
All as far as
We've been to Mexico, we've been to Colorado.
Okay.
We've been to Mars? No.
Mars,
Venus.
Uranus, no.
The PG show, PG.
Yeah.
But yeah, we travel as long as the money's there. You know, sometimes people will call us and, you know, can you come play a festival and whatever. So I'll do
Sure.
the calculations of hotels, airfare, and I'll shoot a price. And then sometimes I don't hear back because we're not, you know,
Sure.
an $800 a night band. You
Yeah,
know, we're
gotcha.
up there because of the production, the sound, and
Sure,
traveling
takes work.
gear.
Yeah.
And we're friends with many of the other touring bands like 1964, The Tribute, The Fab Four, Rain, who
Okay.
else? There's quite a few.
Grupo Help in Mexico
Grupo Help in
City.
Mexico. So we all kind of network together and, hey, where do you get your, you know, this shirt from? And, you know,
Ah.
you kind of just become friends with everyone.
Interesting. What's the newest songs you've added to your repertoire? And let's see.
Alice Cooper.
Alice
Alice
Cooper.
Cooper.
We did those tonight.
It was
The
amazing.
brothers requested it, and we did it.
It's amazing.
And I changed the name of the last song to All You Need Is Snakes.
Yeah.
All you need is snakes. I
The thing
think
is,
it's-
with Paul, he was one of the top in the country, Alice Cooper tribute. before he joined this band. So
Oh, really?
Then,
When I was a
you know,
young man.
Yeah.
So, you know, then the band kind of like separated, parted ways. We needed a keyboard player. He already did the tribute thing in theatrics, so
Yes.
your
Wow.
hair looks good. So I said, would you join? Would you join? And it was great because he's done the whole hair and
Sure.
stuff like that.
They actually said, "You sure you won't have a problem wearing tight pants and a wig on stage?" I was practically a transvestite for 10 years. Yeah.
Hey, if you got it, you got it. What's right?
What is this?
What is this, a sideshow?
There's nothing funnier at the end. You're doing All You Need Is Love, and I'm videoing, and right behind it says death.
You better have love before you get there.
Yeah, really. Great video.
Well, that was a show, Theater of Death. It was one of his shows.
Yeah,
He got killed 5 times that night.
Rock and roll and
Not
humor.
kidding.
But he's actually met him quite a few times.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it was you pulled it off fabulous.
Thank you so very much.
Yeah, it was great.
Thank you.
And so, how many guys play drums? Did I see a
Yeah,
couple people?
right.
Yeah, actually,
fabulous.
drums was my first instrument.
Mine too,
Guitar was Rod's first instrument. You know, starting out
Yeah.
as a child, and then somewhere in the middle, I want to learn how to play guitar and bass.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
to learn how to play drums. So you kind of and piano and keys.
Sure.
And Chuck also is the same thing, plays keyboards, and Danny same thing, keyboards. So we all kind of versatile. He does.
By him coming on the drums, it allows me to come out front and
Yeah.
do a few songs.
Sure, no, it was great.
Yeah,
well,
and
I love
Paul also writes, and he does a lot of recording at home where he plays all the instruments. So you
Wow.
know, we just love music.
But I noticed some interludes of things like the Jets for USSR. It was really cool. Yeah, I really
There's some of that
appreciate
stuff
it.
you need, and
5 guys, I mean,
Yeah.
to pull all that stuff
Yeah.
off,
Yeah.
all those sound effects.
Yeah, it was
he's got,
really-
you know, his keyboard's amazing because it's got mellotron sounds, it's got Horner pianette, harpsichord, all the stuff you need. Yeah, all the
Organs,
stuff.
everything.
Yeah. The Lucy in the Sky, Diamond, Lowry organ,
Lowry
match,
organ.
exact. I mean, you know, so you push a button and now you can recreate the stuff because of, you know, sampling. You know.
So next Friday night, I think you're in the Dallas area, if I'm not mistaken. West University or something? like
That's
that?
actually
here.
part of the
It's
music.
here.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
an
I thought it
outdoor
was in the
show.
Dallas area.
Yeah,
Okay.
those shows are brutal because you're out in the sun
Oh, yeah,
for 2 hours
Definitely.
dressed up like this.
definitely.
The good side being that this is kind of city park concert time.
Okay.
So you get to, it's a all ages show.
Family, yeah.
We
Yeah.
reach like generations of people, you know, and so
Yeah.
it is hot as hell. But
It is,
that's
but
the
yeah.
part I kind of like it just
And we
because.
play right next to a pool, but we don't get to get in.
Oh,
A lot of kids, a lot of young fans get to see us where they
Sure.
can't see us.
Every generation discovers,
Yeah.
every generation discovers the Beatles.
We
Oh,
kind of have an
absolutely.
autistic
And it's
following
incredible.
there, where a lot of autistic folks.
yeah. And
The
the music
music-
to them is a big, because I got some that's down.
He is,
so I
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big
Yeah.
thing.
Huge.
That's a thrill for us to,
Yeah.
you know, see people like
Reaches
that.
so many people.
Oh man,
It
it's
is.
crazy.
So last question, I won't keep you, and maybe a hard one, but what's a favorite song for you as an artist that you play, that you like to play the most? Maybe
It's
rock
all
band.
different for everyone. Really.
Well, it would be, that's why I'm asking each
Yeah,
one of you guys.
yeah.
What do you
Oh
think?
my goodness gracious. I gotta start. It's so hard.
It's hard to pick.
I mean, there's so
know.
much
It's
Pick one,
fun.
pick one.
It's almost like, what is your favorite Beatles song? You can't answer to that. You know, every
Well,
one.
album, first you gotta start with album, right? It's like,
Right.
I start with Abbey Road,
Yeah.
but my favorite Beatles song isn't on Abbey Road. So it's,
You know, we didn't do it tonight, but I love playing "Getting Better" by the Beatles. When we do
Oh,
that in
yeah.
our show, I love doing that song.
Okay.
For some reason, it's a really fun song
Pop
to
song
play.
kind of thing.
It's a great drum song, and it's
Yeah.
just a personal favorite of mine.
Good, that's good. What about you?
The album and song Help.
Oh,
I love
cool.
that era. 65 is a very magic time for me when I was young. So it's like,
Yeah.
I love that.
Nice
Help.
connection.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna say help.
absolutely. What about you?
Well, that's tough, you know. I love stuff off Revolver. I mean, like every album has great material, but you know, when we do, like tonight, we did "Got to Get You to My Life."
Oh,
Stuff
first
from that
song.
period-
Right out of the box.
Stuff
Boom.
from that period is really, really great.
Yeah, that was great.
Sergeant Pepper and A Day in the Life.
Okay, day and all right. Oh,
We didn't do that tonight, but we do that
Yeah,
one.
it's a great one.
I would have to say, got to get you into my life when I play it, right?
Yeah.
And then also A Day in the Life. That's probably my favorite.
Which one? I'm sorry.
A Day in the Life.
Day
He
in
does the orchestra bill.
Oh, yeah, oh,
He's
yeah.
really busy
It's
on
a
that
busy
stuff.
song, but I love the song. The production.
Climax.
Yeah, the builds,
And the
builds.
final product is such an awesome effect on stage.
Yeah.
I love that song.
Yeah, well, that's great.
So you notice we all pick Beatles songs.
Oh,
And we did, again, we do all these other great music,
Yeah.
so
yeah.
I don't know, it's a tough one. We could probably all name 10 songs that aren't Beatles songs.
To me, a number two that we do that I really enjoy is the Left Bank Walk Away Renee.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
do that very well.
We didn't do that
Where
one tonight.
That's
he
another one.
plays, the flute part.
Oh, yeah, really?
On his
Wow.
guitar, where he's got that little thing.
Oh, neat.
He plays the harpsichord and just we'll just walk
Harmonies
away
are
with
killer.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
That
great
beautiful
song.
Baroque
Very
sound.
nice.
I
The
love it.
Left Bank.
And when I see the sun there.
Left Bank with an E.
Yeah, that's right, absolutely. Very good, David.
Like most of the groups, they've all passed away, and it got into Vita, Iron Butterfly. We just lost Doug
Engel, yeah.
last month, so now they're all gone. It's just unbelievable.
So we're gonna keep the music alive as long as we can, as long as people want to come hear it.
Yep. How many shows a year do you do?
2 or 3 a weekend, so,
Yeah, okay.
so all year long.
So how many is that? Yeah, that's
Yeah, it adds up. It's about 150 at least.
Yeah, I would say so.
I think so.
That's half the year, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time. Great
Thank
meeting
you.
Thank
you.
you, David.
Really appreciate
Thank
it.
you so
From
much.
one Beatle collector
Appreciate
to
it.
another, it's a
Yeah.
pleasure to meet you,
Thank you.
David.
Same here.
Absolutely.
Thanks, everybody.
Tell me
Take
that's
care.
something new, Capitol jukebox. No,
Yeah.
I'm looking for one.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Very good. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, y'all.
See you on
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you. See
take
you.
care. Bye-bye.
So there you have it, the Fab Five. Really a great group of guys. I mean, they couldn't have been more cordial after playing 3 sets between 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. Almost didn't break a sweat from what I could see. But these guys really have the passion and the talent, of course, to pull it off and to make it happen. Now, this picture you see here, this is something I bought from Ron and Don as well. It was this is an old Beatles cartoon that they used to have on ABC television, and this is a painting that they had, a friend of theirs made, and it was just so unique, and graciously they agreed to sell it to me, and it'll always be a treasure. I'll pass it on to my daughter, who's a huge Beatles fan. So this was a great, worthwhile trip to take the trip down to Houston. 4 hours driving with Brad flies by, and we just had a great time. Hit a few record stores, found a few things, but again, this is what it was all about. 2 really great people, a lot of great friends, probably about 200 people there. I had a nice dinner, had this band there. Just so great that they introduced us to them. I'll definitely see them again in the near future. But it's great. The vinyl community brings us these opportunities to meet others, to get to know them, and to experience things like this. And it's great for me to have a wingman like Brad around to help me out as well and to keep me company. So I hope you enjoyed this. I know it was a great time for us. I'm really glad I got a chance to share it with you, and they were gracious enough to allow us to talk to them for a while. So for now, as always, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. We're going to the Vinyl Me Please, or Vinyl Media Pressing Plant, actually, in Denver this week, and we'll be bringing that to you next weekend or the Monday after, probably. And we're going to tell you all about our travails on that trip and what's going on at that pressing plant. If you would, please press the like button or the thumbs up for the algorithm, and comments are always welcome. And as always, I thank you for watching. We'll catch you next time on the Safe and Sound Texas Audio Excursion. Take care, everybody.